Hi everyone. Today we are going to see a function specification document for purchase order print amendment. So in the last session we saw how to implement the GST part in the PO print form. Now we are going to see how to change the standard PO form to our own form template of the PO form. So let me take an example of that. Now template. Now, how the normal PO copy will look? Let me see that first. Let us see the first before going to the template. So, let me go to ME23N. You have ME23N. And this is the PO. I'll go to print preview. You see here, the print PO will look like this. Okay, now think that this is not the requirement for the client. The client required, here they need the company logo. Okay, here they required the PO number, contact person, date, everything. Here they need the vendor details. And here they need the material items, and they need to have the terms and conditions like blah blah blah, and they need to have the sign off here, and they need to have a border. So they have designed their PO copy like this, and they are requesting their PO copy should look like this only, because in the previous system they was using the PO copy like this. So if they requested like this, we cannot directly go and ask SAP to change the format or the template which they have on their own. So as we cannot ask the SAP team to change those, we are going to implement in our system as a new enhancement like this. So even this enhancement will come into picture of a report, not report, it will come in a form. Okay, as I said, we have a RISIF where R reports for report, I stands for interface, C stands for conversion, and F stands for form. So in this case, we are going to build a form to the vendor to achieve the issue which the client has a requirement. So let me go to the FS document which I have written. So this is the FS document which have been written to explain the purchase order amendment print. So here, if you see, you have a development short description, purchase order amendment print. What is the development type? You can say it as smart form, or you can say it as a PO form. So which module is going to handle this? The MM module is going to handle this. Do they require any T code to generate the PO form or print the PO form? They're saying we don't need any T code. We can take it from the ME23N itself. What is the priority of this support ticket? It is a high priority. Okay. Now we need to understand exact specification or the objective from the client. So client says to print the purchase order amendment as per the format provided after the approval. So they are saying that they have their own format of a PO which was using in the previous system. They want to implement same here also, so that the vendor will not get confused seeing that, okay, this PO copy has come from this vendor, because he is used to see that PO copy. Okay, now scroll down, and they are saying that the print of the PO copy should be visible in ME21 end screen, ME22 end screen, and ME23 end screen. In these three screens, the PO copy should be visible. Okay, now we are going to build the logic for that. In the PO form, what all details you require? In the PO form, you need the supplier name. Supplier name, you can take it from the ADR1, or you can go for EKPO. Under EKPO, you can take the LFINR to show that. Go to EKKO. Under this EKKO, search for LFINR. So you get the supplier. So you can take the supplier from here. Okay, supplier name. You want the supplier name now. To take the supplier name, you will not find the supplier name here in the EKPO. So take the supplier number from here, then go to the LFA1 table. LFA1 table. Under LFA1, put the supplier number here. Go back to 16N. Take the supplier number from there, put the supplier number here, and you will get the supplier name. So your first line got filled, and that should be mandatory in the PO copy. And you want the supplier address. Same logic can be applied here. You can take it from the supplier address from here itself. Or we have some other table name. Let me check this table name exists or what. See, we don't have this table name. So I said you right, you need to go to EKPO, pick the PO number from there. From the PO number, search who is the supplier, then take that supplier to LFA1 and pick the supplier name and the supplier address. And telephone number, email ID, mobile number, everything can be taken from that logic itself. And you want the PO number. PO number can be taken from EKPO table and EBELN. Okay, then you want the plant, PO date, contact number, everything. Whatever you mention it here, you have each and every table and each and every field for that. So what is the thing why you need to work as a functional consultant like this case? Because in system, you know how the data is arranged. You know where you're entering your data. Or as a functional consultant, you know where the data is going to store, from where I need to pick the data so that my output looks well. Right. So using that data, you will provide the table and fields to him, and he will build the logic for that. And one more thing, whenever you are giving the FS document to the ABAPO, even he may have some suggestions, or he may have a little bit of concerns, saying that okay, you want this reference number from this table and this field. Okay, I can provide you, but how you are going to link this reference number to the PO number? He may have some questions which he may ask you, so that you need to be ready to answer all the questions of ABAPR, so that on the mutual understanding, the FS document can be written, and even with the mutual understanding, the program also can be written by the ABAPR. So as a functional consultant, our job is to write the FS document. As a technical consultant, his job is to develop that FS document as a program and attach that in the system and provide the output to us. Okay. So now we need to write the logic. We know from where all we pick the tables, and now we need the logic. Now what is the logic? Format will be provided to the client. Now, client has already using a format of the PO copy. So that format, he will provide it in the same FS document for the ABAPO for a better understanding. So you can understand that in which place the vendor should be located, in which place the vendor address should be located. Everything can be seen there. Okay. Then they have seen that detail of the logic is provided in the attached file. Okay, in attached file, they have to the detailed logic. Attached file in the format provided by the client. How to capture these details in smart form is mentioned in the call out box and red color box into the hard coded. So they have kept this file confidential. So they did not mention the logic here. They kept the logic in the Excel file, and that was not shared here, and we cannot export it here. So that now you can understand that the requirement was they need to build their own form which has their logo and their particular details, so that we are going to access only those details and we are going to print the information in the PO form, right? So that can be sent to the vendor, and vendor can have better visibility and better information to create the materials. Okay. So that is the FS document which we covered today. Okay. So let's meet again. Thank you.